God here again, just want to have a little chat about things, Sometimes I like to come down from on high and just sort things out about life and stuff, I was thinking the other day, a few thousand years ago when I invented humans, and no one ever questioned me really about Adam and Eve and that, I just made them, but recently you've got scientists asking me things about, atoms and stuff, and surely you made these people out of atoms, you can't just make them out of plasticine or something like that, and to tell you the truth, I didn't want to brag. When I said I invented Adam and Eve, I just kind of thought everyone would take it that was it, and that, and it's, people are starting to dig up a little bit of evidence, and, you've got that Tony Robinson off Time team, it's only a matter of time itself that he'll be starting to dig into people's flesh and finding out the secrets. But I think generally scientists know what I've been up to all these years, but I didn't like to brag. I didn't want to say, well, in all honesty, I've not just made these people, out of some kind of plasticine material and set them loose on the earth, but I actually come up with this invention called the atom. And I have to laugh now, really, because, you got the likes of Dawkins, Richard Dawkins, he doesn't believe in me. He's all for all these atoms and that, he believes in all that, and vaccinations and stuff, I don't believe in that. But atoms, yes, I invented those one day. It was a Saturday morning, and my father had said to me, son, you really need to get a bit creative with your life, find some things around the yard, maybe, and come up with something, something that's unique, something different. And I just stumbled across all these little bowl-like objects. And I thought, you could do something with these. So I started getting these, I got one bowl here, and then I put another one there, and I made that one spin round. Oh, this is great, And the more of these things I put round them, I called them electrons in the end, just because it happened to recently change a plug for Mary. And I thought electricity, I'll call them electrons. And I've got them spinning round this nucleus. I called it a nucleus. But I made this nucleus of protons and neutrons, I think I called them back then. I was going to call them Dorothy and David, but I thought, no. We'll call them protons and neutrons, try and make it a bit more scientific for the likes of Dawkins in a few thousand years. Get these things spinning around, and what I thought I'd do then, I'd get absolutely trillions of them. It took me weeks, so I made trillions of them, and that's why I constructed Adam and Eve with. But I didn't want to be too modest about it. So I just said I'd made a man and a woman, and people just took it for granted that that's what it was, and, they didn't understand for millennia later, actually. I think Socrates was pretty close. The Greeks actually defined the word atomic, meaning indivisible. I threw that one in. a couple of millennia ago, but the Romans got onto that no problem. But they remain called atoms to this day, indivisible. And the irony is they are divisible, of course, because what people didn't realise is, and don't tell anyone this, that atoms are actually made of smaller particles. I'm not talking about the electrons and the protons and the neutrons yet. They're made up of small things like muons, gravitons. Well, that's don't tell committee about that. That's gravity for you. It's like a proton is the individual element of light. A graviton is the individual element of gravity. They don't know anti-gravity. But yes, and there's quarks, strangers and charms, there's all kinds, and it goes on and on and on. And people still believe I just made Adam and Eve out of clay. I don't Adam and Eve it.